Welcome once again to Harsha Unplugged. There's a reason, as you can see, we are sitting in a restaurant. We're in the Golden Phoenix at the Meridian because my guest is a bit of a foodie. I've had the privilege of knowing him for a long time. Some things have changed, some things haven't over the last 18 years. Let's see what has and what hasn't as we talk to Sachin. Sachin, I'll tell you what hasn't changed, first of all, which is your enormous enthusiasm for everything. What has changed is those biceps, though. You didn't have them before.
Oh my God! I better hide them. No.
You're working out more nowadays than you did when you say 8-10 years ago.
Now it's just the same routine.
Because everything you do spawns theories. You know that. And people are saying the big biceps, the big shoulders, to take the load off the elbows, to pick up the heavy bat again.
I hope you're not talking about the tennis elbow.
We will in course of time.
No. It's just the normal routine I've been following, and trainer Greg King, he's been very kind. He's looking after us very well.
18 years? It's a long time.
Yes, I mean I've enjoyed the journey. It's been a dream come true for me, because as a child I dreamt of playing for India, and there was no bigger dream than that. And when it was realized, it's been a terrific journey. I've enjoyed every bit.
I mean, after a while, we all do jobs, and some of us are lucky to do what we love doing, and others are forced to do what they like. But the one thing that stood out for me on that last tour of England was that there was a little child in you that came out again. And to be honest, you won a lot of matches. The odd matches have gone the other way. I didn't think you would celebrate the way you did it.
No, it was important, because you see, when you celebrate victories, I mean, you want to celebrate more, and it was something that we all, myself, Anil, Rahul, Saurav, we've all waited for a long time, and when it happens, you want to go out and celebrate, and that's what we did. I mean.
And then the one-dayers against Pakistan, there was that abandon coming again. You know, to all of us, Sachin means big shots down the ground, taking on the bowling. And now here against Pakistan, you've taken on the bowling again. And there's that little smile again, and you're enjoying this cricket again.
Yes, I've been enjoying. I mean, obviously, but sometimes you know, when you don't play certain shots, because the field setting is different, and you got to play accordingly. The bowlers are sometimes bowling a different line where you can't play those certain shots, and also you got to take what kind of surface you are playing on into consideration, and then your shot selection becomes extremely important. And that was the reason I was not doing certain things. And you know, when you start connecting the ball well, and you hear that sound, and that is how the confidence grows. And you know, I've enjoyed doing
the sound
that
of
for.
bat and ball.
Yes.
Is that the greatest sound in the world?
I think so. I think that connection, and when you know that you've got it right, that sound is something special. And when you hear that, you want to hear it every now and then. So you know, it all boils down to the field setting and the surface that you're playing on, and according to that your shot selection.
To that extent, you're a bit like your hero Mark Knopfler. I'm sure he doesn't get tired of the sound of a guitar either, so you don't get tired of the ball going off the middle.
Yeah, I think not only the batsmen, but bowlers like Harbhajan and all that. I mean, he considers himself you know, very close to Sir Don Bradman. So you know, taking from Harbhajan to you take any great player in the world, you know, everyone wants to hear that sound.
The body's holding up as well. Elbows fine, shoulders fine, ankles fine, back's fine.
Everything is absolutely fine by God's grace. Yeah.
The back is good as well. You told me once that there are days when you get up stiff and struggle to get out of bed the odd day, but all that's gone.
All that's gone. It's all fine. Only sometimes, you know, you play on softer surfaces. That's when, you know, not only me but the bowlers and everyone wakes up with you know, stiff calf muscles and the back, because you know, the body mechanics change on a softer surface. So you know, just to get used to that, the first few days are a little tough, but then you get used to it.
Tell me, over the years, how has your preparation changed? Because the Sachin we used to see over the years was very meticulous in his preparation, knew what the surface was going to be like, as much knew what the opposition bowling was going to be like. And my one memory of you from your early days is the amount of time you spent in the nets. And now I noticed, certainly saw that in England, you just knock a few and you're ready.
No, No, earlier obviously I spent a lot of time with the nets. Even now I do, but in a different style. I mean, it's a lot to do with your feel. I mean, sometimes I know that I'm in a good frame of mind. I don't need as much practice, but just to get that feel going. And as I spoke earlier about the sound, when you hear that sound, you know that things are going well.
Sachin, when you're hitting a ball in the net, it's going to be the same sound anyway,
right? Well, I mean, it's at a different intensity altogether, but sometimes you just want to work on certain things where you don't actually need to get in the nets and make all 5-6 bowlers bowl at you. You can just take one guy. Venkatesh Prasad, he's been helping me a lot.
He was bowling all right in England. I thought if there were any injury, you would have put him in the team.
Venki and Robin, both, they've been helping me a lot, and obviously there were a lot of bowling machines, so we worked a lot on that as well. So, it's been wonderful. I mean,
it's interesting you're saying that, because towards the end of his career, and that's not the parallel I'm trying to draw, but Sunil Gavaskar never batted much in the nets. And before the 87 World Cup, I'm told he just did not bat. Is there something that happens that don't want to bat in the nets, or just the whole mindset changes?
It's your feel, because I mean, it's probably a coincidence, but even in 2003 World Cup in South Africa, I didn't bat in the nets at all. On the entire tour, I only batted once in Zimbabwe in the nets. Otherwise, I didn't bat. I was just doing my normal throwdowns, and we had one guy, Indian guy, who was helping me. We used to call him Veg. So, by the end of the tour, he had a sore shoulder, and every day for an hour or so, he used to keep chucking from a short distance, and he gave me brilliant practice. So I was very happy with that.
His name was Veg.
Yeah,
the only time anything veg has come around.
Anything veg has come close to me, otherwise.
But isn't that astonishing that a top-level international player goes through a whole tournament without being in the nets? Is it just, as you said, the feel, that you're feeling that you don't need it anymore, you can just go out and bat?
No, I was practicing. I mean, it wasn't as if I was just sitting back and not doing anything. I was practicing almost for an hour every day, but just not getting in the nets in front of our 4-5 bowlers. I used to make him throw from a shorter distance, and to practice properly with a new ball, and then gradually make that ball to reverse a bit and all that. So it was a thorough practice, but just that it was not in the nets.
While on this theme, 18 years, very interesting, something that Greg Chappell told me once at the start of his period in Indian cricket. And he said he was chatting with you one day, and you talked about experience being good, but that experience can sometimes be a double-edged sword. And he was astonished that you should say that. And I thought one day when I'm doing a program, I'll ask him what exactly you meant by that.
No, what I meant was, experience. Obviously, you've spent a number of years on the circuit. You know a lot of things, and you obviously have a lot of ways to reach one destination. You keep discovering a lot of ways, and while discovering that, you also know how many things can go wrong, because you know more about the game, and that is what experience is all about. And I just casually said that I know it's the more number of things that you know, which can make your life easy. You also know more number of problems which can affect the complexion of the game.
Is that what growing does? Because I mean, when you're starting out as a kid, you don't even think about what can go wrong.
I think it's about maturity, probably. As you spend time, you mature, and you know what is right and what is wrong. And sometimes, you still end up taking those decisions, which in retrospect you feel, oh, why did I do that? But it's part and parcel of the game.
I thought you knew it all along. I thought you knew it all along.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
We'll take a little break. When we come back, the evolution of Sachin. What's with the 90s that everybody wants to know? We'll talk about the break.